Amazing audience. We are live currently with Tim Bissell. We are in the Rising Tide Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Brewing Company.
Yeah, brewing. Oh my gosh.
It's a brewery, but they do the brewing.
Thank you for that. Tim is already helping me, but Tim is a friend of Amanda Doughty, and they connected us to have a conversation here. Oh my mouth. So yeah, I think it's the smell of beer. I think it's getting to me. Yeah, it is in the air. Well, Tim, do tell us, if you had to share with us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this random time in history, what would you say that is?
Probably my ability to just sort of do this, to speak. Yeah. I know Amanda because she needed an interviewee.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. She was looking for people to interview for her podcast. She came into my brewery and we chatted, and then I've sort of done a few different things with her throughout the years of her doing her podcast and me owning my brewery. So when she said today that I should stop by and do this, I thought, well, I owe her a few favors, so here I am.
Well, that's amazing. Tell us more about your brewery, please.
It's out in Limerick, Maine, so it's about an hour west of here, where we are in Portland. It's called Nice Brewing Company. It's nice spelled with a G. So
yeah, I see it,
yeah,
right? So
see it
boom,
on my logo there.
yeah, chest.
G-N-E-I-S-S. It's a type of metamorphic rock. We're nerds. We're science dudes.
Sweet.
My co-founder and business partner, Dustin, has a master's in geology.
Oh, wow.
We realized, well, you're not going to be using your master's degree, so we can name the beers after rocks, and then you can feel like, you know, your money wasn't wasted on your education. So, yeah, but we do German-style ales, mostly. Weiss beer, Kolsch-style ale, those are our two biggest ones, and we do a bunch of other things in that realm. So we've been open for about 5 years, and
well
we
done.
love making beer.
Yeah. Sounds great. So, did you learn the skill of appreciation for the finer elements of what is beer?
I got to give my brother a lot of credit for that. I have an older brother, and when I became of drinking age, he made sure that I didn't fall into the trap of just going and buying cheap beer and drinking cheap beer. You know, he was lucky enough to go to school in Vermont, where there were a couple of breweries in his town, in the town where he went to school, and he was like, "Look, there are good beers out there, and you should try them. Like, don't just drink Bud Light because it'll give you a buzz." So my brother really kind of put me under his wing and sort of showed me that quality always outweighs quantity when it comes to beer.
That's intriguing. That's a life principle, though, right?
Yeah, and you know, it sounds irresponsible that my older brother was like teaching me about beer, but you're right. There's a larger lesson in that.
Yeah.
It in a roundabout way taught me about moderation. You know, there's only so many barrel-aged stouts one can drink. So
yeah.
It has a way of limiting itself.
What I'm fascinated by looking here is like family coming in. It's not a get drunk type model, like.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Most breweries you find will close, at least in Maine or even in New England, they close up before dark. Not in the winter time, but they're closed before 7 or 8 at night. It's not a late night thing. Some of them do live music, but it's really a place to bring kids. You can hang out outside with your dog. You're right, it's a real family atmosphere. Yeah,
it's amazing. So why will you continue to be that guy that is putting quality over quantity?
I guess it's become sort of an ethos. It doesn't make sense to me to do it any other way. I've always, especially when it comes to beer, but just larger point in life, I want to do things and get the most out of them, and not just to check them out on a box. Everyone's got a list of things they want to do, but it's not really the same to show up and get it done as it is to really enjoy it and take in the experience. And just live life and don't just show up.
I love that. What's one other thing? Well, where can people connect with you? Where can people reach out, find out more about what you do?
You can check me out through the brewery. I do all the social media at the brewery, so at Nice Beer and Facebook, Nice Beer. You can say hey there, and my name's Tim Bissell. You can search for me online. I write a beer column once a week for the Main Edge in Bangor, so you can check that out too.
Sweet.
Say hi.
What's one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
Consistently over the last 3 years is that at the end of the day, people are going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. So I always try to treat people as kindly as possible, because you don't know where they're coming from and they don't know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And when you have that interaction with them, try to stay as kind and as open-minded as possible.
How does that make you feel?
It can be challenging sometimes to put your stuff away for the moment and just, try to greet people on that level.
Yeah.
And understand that like we're all traveling through this world together, you know?
Yeah.
Let's do the best we can for each other.
That's amazing. Wow. Yeah. Deep guy. So why would you suggest to someone that's listening that they do that? Like, I mean, just, you know, put your stuff on the shelf for a bit and give someone a listen.
Doesn't it just seem easier?
It does, doesn't it?
At first glance, it's harder, but like when we can all just smile at each other and laugh at how crazy the world is, it's just easier.
Yeah.
It takes that edge right away.
Yeah, this has been fun so far. Well, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me now invite you into my imaginary time machine. Yeah, okay. We're in, right? Right.
It's nice in here. I like it.
Yeah, it's surrounded by beautiful, warm blue Caribbean water, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Good question. Riding my bike in the driveway. It was a big wheel. It was not a bike. There were
so the big wheel is two in the back.
Plastic wheels, really loud, and just going in circles in my driveway.
How old do you think you were?
I want to say like 3 or 4, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint, but I was the little dude.
Why do you think that memory is so clear?
Oh, it was fun. It was just playtime, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
If I'm not having fun, I usually don't want to do it.
Love it. Yeah. Even if you're going around and around, right?
It's still fun, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, situationally, of course. But, yeah, it's just, fun is a state of mind, a state of being. And if you're not having fun, you know, maybe think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And how you can make it more fun.
I love that. Yeah. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Okay, let's see. 12, so I got to do some math here. 7th grade. Oh man, this might be embarrassing. It was probably something from like Corn or Biscuit. Yeah.
What's one song?
No, we'll go with Rage Against the Machine. I just started getting into Rage.
Yeah.
Freedom. It was just a nice, like, aggressive tune, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough being a rural white kid in Maine. I had to Rage Against the Machine.
So isn't it amazing that you could connect that earliest childhood memory song, right?
Yeah.
To who you are today, like the freedom.
Yeah. And, you know, and that song is about some really heavy stuff. But yeah, you're right. There's a message there that carries through, I'm sure. All
right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this imaginary time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. Have you chosen someone, Tim, to pass on your skills to?
Not yet.
Are you married?
I am.
Do you have children?
We don't, but we're working on that.
Do you believe in God?
That's a big question.
You could say pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have an inner circle of friends?
An inner circle? Yeah.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, I can comfortably say that now. There was a time in my life where I did. I don't have enough time for that anymore.
What about 3 hours a week?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? More than 8?
Way too much.
All right.
Way too much.
Now, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, right? A statement that represents Tim Bissell, what would you say that is?
Oh, man. So it's got to be unique? Because I always just go back to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Like, be excellent to each other.
Yeah.
And party on, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm all about.
This is fun. Tim, before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Just be open to experience.
Yeah, like just like today, right?
Yeah, I had no idea what I was walking into. This has been fantastic. You know? 99% of the time, things turn out great.
Yeah, love it.
Watch out for that 1% though.
Tim, this has been a great pleasure. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute convos. I couldn't get you to 12, yeah, just so.
Oh, I know. Well, we can keep going.
Yeah, let's see. Like, yeah.
Vamp.
Yeah, tell me about your partner. Like, what was the high points in your relationship?
My wife?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so I've known her for about 9 years now. We've been dating for just about the entire time, but we just got married last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I took my time in the whole marriage thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why, really. We were so, I don't know. I love her to death. She's like my best friend. She is my best friend. And
Did you have regrets in terms of not jumping into the marriage side earlier?
Yeah, I think it would have made a lot of things a lot easier, but I have no regrets in terms of the things we've done together. It was that, like, we didn't check that off the box.
Yeah.
But we did, and it's nice to be on the other side of it now, to be a married man.
Yeah.
I feel more adult.
Yeah. I like how he said that, to be a married man.
A married man, yeah, that's a boy. But yeah.
What about your parents? What type of input did they have in your life in terms of how you approach relationships?
My parents were both public school teachers, so they had no choice but to just sort of always be teaching me some sort of lesson, whether I wanted to learn something or not. So I think they sort of made me open to what can I learn from this.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a good way to go through life is trying to learn things out of every new experience.
Yeah.
There's always a lesson.
That's
Even
great.
if it's a bad lesson, it's a lesson, you know.
Are you looking forward to having children as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I am. It's daunting. It's like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, one day at a time when it happens, but yes, definitely excited and looking forward.
I think you'll be a fun dad.
Let's see.
Let me see. What's one thing you're super excited about right now?
I'm super excited about going to the Great Lost Bear after this because I got a bunch of friends I'm going to meet up and have a couple beers with.
Love it. One day at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there we go. Got you up to 12. It's been amazing. Yeah.
We did it.
Tim Bissell, folks. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute convos with Angel Jones. Boom.